Welcome to the crazy chaos of Vlogmas week 3. So hopefully this video is only going out a day late. I don't know. I have just been really crazy with holiday retail. Managing the front end at a big box store during the holidays is just pure chaos. You're trying to keep up with your parking lot and not run out of carts in your vestibules. You're trying to manage the lines on your front end with all the cashiers and at the service desk when you've got call-offs galore, people are getting sick, people out on maternity leaves, all the things. And so it has been just insane. And so I have been exhausted. Like, I come home from work in a late shift, or even like the last couple days I've worked 2 early shifts at 5:30 in the morning because I flip-flop between opening, mid, and closing. And I was just so exhausted. I laid down and took a nap. I should have been editing, but I didn't. So we've got a couple of things that's happened in this past week, and so that's the clips I want to share with you guys. The first thing is that Lexi had her big orchestra concert for the school. It was 4th and 5th grade orchestra, and then 5th grade band, and then 4th and 5th grade choir. They don't start band until 5th grade, but they do orchestra and choir in 4th grade. So she didn't want to be in the choir, and she's not in the band. She plays the violin in the orchestra. So it was all the kids together in the orchestra, and then there was a song that just the 5th grade did. It's music out of their orchestra book. I'm only going to include little snippets because I have a feeling that's probably copyrighted. So, but Lexi was super excited. She got to dress up. It was at 9:30 in the morning during school. It was so random. I don't know. That's an odd time. I guess they were just trying to squeeze them all in. And then when we got there, Ameren, the electric company, had decided to set up in front of the school, even though they were way down that way and way down that way, and that's where they were blocking off. So in the middle, where they were not blocking off, us and another car parked, and we were going to go inside because the school had sent us notice the night before to park in front of the school on the street. The back gate would be closed. There's still school in session, so we have to park on the front. Well, a guy from Ameren comes and starts yelling at us saying we can't park there. And we're like, the school literally told us to park here. So he starts putting down orange cones like he's going to block us in. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? The school told us to park here. And he got really upset saying that maybe a tree might, or a power line or something might fall on our vehicle while they're working. I'm like, well, I would hope you do your job and not cause a power line to fall on our vehicle. And then he just finally resorted to saying if we didn't move, he was going to call the cops. So we had to go park elsewhere and then like down a side street. At that point, we could have just walked from our house, I guess. Then we get a notice from the school saying, sorry for the inconvenience. Ameren did not coordinate with us. We did not know they were trying or going to be blocking off the entire street. So we have opened the back gate to let you park there. Like, it was so ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna have to cut it down. It's like an 8-minute long clip, just one big long thing that I shared in, basically when I want to share videos to my family, like, but I don't want to put it out there for all the world to see because it's copyrighted or there's other kids' faces and not something I can blur, like it's something more private. I'll just make a private YouTube video and just share the link with the people that I want to have it. So like my parents back home, my brother and sister-in-law, the people who would want to see the concert. So anyway, let me cut a little bit of that footage down for y'all and see what I can share. Lexi will be excited for you to see her concert.
And when we first start out learning our instruments in 4th grade, sometimes 5th grade, we learn a song, 2 songs actually, that help us remember the names of our strings, okay? We call it the ant song and the chick song, okay? So we're going to play those for you right now with our bows. flat. Bows on string. We are starting with the ant song. So if you have an E string, please put your bow on your E string. If not, be ready to come in when we say ant. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Each and every ant digging in the dirt, deep beneath the ground, all the way to China. Awesome. All right, and the opposite of the ant song is the chick song. We start on our low C strings and we move all the way up the instrument to our high E string. So let's do our chick song. So if you have a C string, put your bow on your C string. If not, get ready to come in with G. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Chicks, scratching on the ground, digging in the dirt, trying to find the ants. Good enough to eat. Good job.
So that was Lexi's orchestra concert. I just included a little snippet of it's everything in all the books. Merrily We Roll Along, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Like, they just call it the same, all different things, but it's the same song over and over, if you know what I mean. And so they did an awesome job. Hopefully that Ann and Chick song won't be copyrighted because that's literally just playing the notes on their strings. That's how they teach them when they're in beginning orchestra, to learn the names of their strings, which I think is pretty cool. With having a background in music, it's helpful to be able to help Lexi to tune her violin. I tried to stay away when she's practicing and not go in there. The only time I went in there was once. She was just not quite getting her fingers up on the string markers all the way, like the little tape. And so it was a little out of tune. It was a little under. And then she fixed that and boom. So I don't want her to ever be frustrated. Like, it's hard when you grow up with your parent teaching you and then they're constantly hearing every wrong note you make. And, you know, it just, if you butt heads, it's not good. So anyway, then Lexi, and I will include a picture of it before I post or add in the next set of videos. Lexi won a certificate at her school. They do something called iReady. It's like a math diagnostic test, and they do one at the beginning of the year to see where you're at, and then they do one midway through the year, which was the one for now, and then they do one at the end of the year to see how you ended up. And so out of her 4th grade class, she was the only one to get a certificate. She scored well above 600. I think it was closer to 650. And basically she scored mid-grade level or above on her math. So basically she's scoring above grade level. Like, even at the beginning of the year, she was already scoring like into next year's math. So we are pretty proud of her. They say if you're going to see deficits from chemo, you would start seeing them in 3rd grade. We never saw any. And so far, we can continue not to see any. So chemo what? Like, Lexi is just doing awesome and thriving. So it's just such a blessing knowing that at least for now, we're not seeing any issues related to her cancer treatment. It's always kind of in the back of your mind. And they will follow her until she's 18 from the late effects clinic because stuff could pop up all the time, you know. Unfortunately, chemo is a toxic poison you're injecting into your body, and it doesn't differentiate between good and bad cells. It just knocks down all of them. So you never know. But for now, we'll take the blessings and the wins as they come. So we decided to take Lexi to Olive Garden to celebrate. So that's a little Vlogmas week 3 for you. It is raining outside. I will take the rain over the snow. Hopefully it doesn't get super cold and slick. Next week is going to be crazy. I am hosting Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at our house. Unfortunately, we would have done Christmas Eve at Lexi's grandpa's house. And after our own Christmas Day, we would have gone over there for dinner too. So, just a little different this year, but we're making the best of it. And we're going to have a great Christmas regardless. And so, yeah. Just very excited. We've already got a few presents under the tree. So, yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, so thank you all so much for watching. Lexi's almost to, I believe she's almost to 17,000 subscribers. Last I looked, she was at like 16.8 something. So her goal is to get to 20,000 subscribers. So if you could just do what Lexi always says, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we upload another video. Bye.